Good afternoon, all of you. Now we will start. What is isomorphism of graphs? Okay, isomorphism or isomorphic graphs. That means when we will say two graphs are isomorphic. Okay. So it has a definition. Two graphs G1 is equal to V1 comma E1 and G2 is equal to V2 comma E2 are said to be isomorphic if there is a function f from the vertex set V1 to the vertex set V2. If there is a function f, if there exists a function f from V1 to V2 which is isomorphic. It means if there exists a function from set V1 to V2 which is isomorphic, then we will call these two graphs as isomorphic graphs. Okay. So what is the condition here that the f is isomorphic? If there exists a function f from V1 to V2 which is isomorphic under the condition that if A and B vertices are adjacent in G1, then f of A and f of B vertices are also adjacent in G2. Okay. So now we'll do some problem. So how we'll solve it? How we'll do some problem means if two graphs are given, how we'll say that these two graphs are isomorphic or not. Okay. So now consider a example. This is an easy example. Now this is your A, B, C, D. This is your graph G1, and this is another graph G2. Let this is U, V, W, Z, and this is your graph G2. So that these two graphs are isomorphic. So that these two graphs are isomorphic. Okay, that means you have to show this thing. So what you have to do it, you have to first find whether there exists a map or a function f from V1 to V2 which is isomorphic. Isomorphic means understood. Isomorphic means here 1 1 plus onto. That means that map should be 1 1 and onto. So how will find a map? So if you will consider, this is a solution. If you will take f of A goes to U and f of B goes to A to B, so f of B goes to V and f of C, here A is connected to D, so U is connected to Z, So I will take f of d goes to A is connected to D, and here corresponding point of A is U, and U is connected to Z. So your D must goes to Z, so f of D must be your Z. Then f of C will be the rest one UV, so this will be W. Okay, UV WZ. Now this is the corresponding function which is 1 1 and onto. So also you can check it by finding the corresponding adjacency matrix by using this order. Okay, by using this order you can find the adjacency matrix of G1 and G2. If these two things are same, that means the two matrices are same, then you will give the guarantee that these two graphs are isomorphic. So what will be the adjacency matrix of G1? So adjacency matrix of G1, and the order is A, B, C, D. Okay, A, B, C, D. So A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. Okay, this is earlier A, B, C, D. So A is in adjacency matrix. What you are doing? A is not connected to A. So this will A is connected to only B and D. So only B and D will give 1 and other entries are 0. Similarly, B is connected to A and C. So only A and C will give 1. For A and C you will give 1, others are 0. And for C, here only B and D vertices are connected. B and D you will give 1, others are 0. Similarly for D, only A and C are connected. So for A and C you will give 1, and for others you will give 0. So this is the adjacency matrix of G1. Similarly find the adjacency matrix of G2. The corresponding order for ABCD is U, V, W, Z. Okay, U, V, W, Z. U, V, W, Z. This is U, V, W, Z. So if we'll write this matrix, so U is connected to V and Z. So for V and Z you will give 1, and for others you have to give 0. For V is connected to these two vertices U and W. So for U and W you will give 1, and for others you will give 0. And for Z, W. For W, V and Z are 1, V and Z are 1, and rest are 0. For Z, Z is connected to only U and W. So this is U, this is W, and these are 0, 0. Now you compare these two matrices 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. And the second row is 1, 0, 1, 0. Here the second row is 1, 0, 1, 0. Similarly, third row is 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. So your AG1 is equal to AG2. That means both the adjacency matrices are same. That's why these two graphs G1 and G2 are isomorphic. Okay, so now if two graphs are given, how we will check that these two graphs are not isomorphic? That means there are some properties. If it is not isomorphic, then this is non-isomorphic. So what you have to observe, or what you have to notice, that if there are some problems, to check that these two graphs are not isomorphic. How to check that? How to check that two graphs are not isomorphic? So your first point is they must have, they means both graphs must have same number of vertices. Second point, both graphs must have same number of edges. And the third point is both graphs must have same order of edges, same order of vertices. Okay, because we know already each vertices have some order, so both graphs must have same order of vertices. So if these three conditions hold, or if any of these three conditions does not hold, to check that two graphs are isomorphic, then these three conditions must hold. So if any of these three conditions does not hold, then you can say that these two graphs are not isomorphic. So for isomorphic, these three conditions are necessary. These three conditions are necessary. But if these three conditions are satisfying, that does not imply that these two graphs are isomorphic. Okay. So now we'll do some problem. How to show that two graphs are not isomorphic, and some graphs which are satisfying these three properties but they are not isomorphic. Okay. Now do some problem. Suppose this is a graph G1, this one, and your G2 is okay. This is a graph G1 and this is a graph G2. Give the name of the vertices A, B, C, D, E, and this is P, Q, R, S, T. So these are two graphs. How you will show that these two graphs are not isomorphic? Okay. So if you will see the number of vertices, so both have number of vertices equal to 5, because V1 is 5 and mod of V2 is 5. Both have 5 vertices. And if you will consider the number of edges, here the number of edges is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of edges is equal to 6. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number of edges is also same. That means both the conditions are satisfying. So if you will go for the third one, that means they have same order of vertices. Same order of vertices means if you will find the order of each vertices, then what will be the vertices order here? For A, B, C, D, I am writing serially or you just write the order of the vertices in increasing order. Okay. So this is 2, 2, 3, 2, 3. So if you write this will be a 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. Because two vertices of order 3 and 3 vertices of order 2. Similarly, for G2, this is for G1. And similarly for G2, this vertices is order 1. This is 4, this is 2, this is 3, this is 2. That means 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. These are the order of the vertices of G2. And you see these are different things. It is 2, 2, 2, 3, 3. This is 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. That means the orders are not matching. That's why it is not satisfying the third point, and these two are not isomorphic. These two are not isomorphic. Okay. So now I will find another example where it is that means you have to check whether it is isomorphic or not. Now you understood this one. Okay. Suppose there is another graph A, B, C, D, E, F, G, is this one. Okay. And there is another graph of similar structure. Just suppose give its name. Suppose is 1 2. We get the name of the vertices 1 2 3 4. Okay, this is and this is 5 6 7 8. Okay, so these are the two graphs G1 and G2. You have to show that these two graphs are isomorphic or not. And if you will take the first condition, whether both have same number of vertices, yes, both have 8 number of vertices. Okay, so if you consider V1 is equal to mod of V1 equal to 8. Okay, so here the two graphs G1 and G2 have same number of vertices 8, and if we will count their edges, then both G1 and G2 have 10 number of edges. Okay, so now both the conditions are satisfying. Means the condition 1 is satisfying, they have same number of vertices, and condition 2 is they have same number of edges. Now come to third. If you will see, so if you will see the order of the vertices, so what will be the order of the vertices here? Order A vertices order 3. This is 2 2 3 3 3 2 2. So the order of this graph G1, this will be your 2 2 2 2 4 2s and 4 3s. This is for G1. Similarly for G2, this is 2 4 2. Similarly, this is 2 2 2 2, no, 4 2s and 3s 3 3 3 3. This is also same. Both G1 and G2 have 8 vertices. Among from these 8 vertices, 4 vertices have order 2 and 4 vertices have order 3. So these three conditions are satisfying. So whether they are isomorphic or not, I have already said to you that these three conditions are necessary, but this is not sufficient. That means if all these three conditions are satisfying, that does not imply that this will be, or these two graphs will be isomorphic. Now if you will see whether this is isomorphic or not, now three conditions are satisfying. Now I will find the mapping F from V1 to V2. That means the vertex set of G1 to the vertex set of G2. Whether you are able to find a 1-1 corresponding mapping, then it will be okay. If you are not finding that, or you are there does not exist any 1-1 corresponding mapping from V1 to V2, then we can say that this is not isomorphic. Okay, now let's try to find it. Let B is a point in G1. B is a vertex. B is a vertex in G1. What will be your f of B? Since B has degree 2, then f of B must have degree 2. So there are 4 possibilities, because there are 4 degrees or 4 vertices of degree 2. So what are these 4 vertices? Either 1 or 5 or 7 or 3. These 3 vertices have degree 2. And here you just see that this vertex B is incident with, so this vertex B is vertex B has adjacent vertices A and C. One is of degree 3 and other is of degree 2. Then you have to find among these 4 which is adjacent to vertices of degree 2 and degree 3. Okay, so if you consider this one, this is associated with 2 vertices of degree 3 and 3. So these things will not be. And if you will consider 5, and 5 is associated with 2 vertices of degree 3, these things will not be. Similarly, if you will say 7, then 7 is also associated with 2 vertices of degree 3. So This thing should not be. Similarly, if you will say 3, then 3 is also associated with 2 vertices of degree 3. So these things should not be. This means f of b, that means the f b point does not have a f of b, so that it will be a isomorphic map. That means there should not be any isomorphic map. No isomorphic map and no isomorphic function from v1 to v2 exists. अतः g1 is not isomorphic. g1 is not isomorphic to g2. Okay. Now we'll do another example. Consider two graphs. This is a graph. That this is A, B, C, D, E, F. These are its 6 vertices. This is the graph G1. Similarly, take another graph. Okay, this is the graph G1 and this is a graph G2. Name it as, what is the name the vertices? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, these are two graphs. Check whether they are isomorphic or not. Check whether G1 and G2 are isomorphic or not. Okay, so what will be our first step? Our first step will be, first see whether both the graph have same number of vertices or not. So if you consider the vertices of V1, number of vertices in V1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Similarly, vertices of V2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means both the graph have same number of vertices. Similarly, if you consider the second condition, that is both have same number of edges or not. If you consider the number of edges, then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here is it also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so both have same number of edges. This is your E1 equal to 7 equal to E2. Similarly, if you will consider the degree of the vertices, here this is 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2. That means 4 number of 2's and 2 number of 3's. This is the vertices order of graph G1. Order of the vertices of graph G1. Similarly, the order of vertices of graph G2. This is 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2. Similarly, same thing. 4 2's and 4 2's and 2 3's. That is both have similar order structure of vertices. So next what we will do? Now next we have to find whether there exists a 1-1 correspondence between them or not. Now choose a vertex here F. Choose a vertex here A. Let f of A, since A is of degree 2, then f of A should be a degree 2 vertex in G2. So what will be your f of A? Choose any degree 2 vertex such that the adjacent vertices, both the adjacent vertices are of degree 3, because the adjacent vertices of adjacent vertices of A is D and B, both are of degree 3. So you have to choose any vertex here such that its adjacent vertex are of degree 3. Now if you consider 3, its adjacent vertex, this one and another is this one, both are of degree 3. So we can take it as 3. Okay, so f of A is equal to 3. Then f of B, here f of B is of degree 3 and it is adjacent to A, which is of degree 2, and it is adjacent to C, which is of degree 2. So you have to choose an adjacent vertex, or you have to choose f of B whose adjacent vertices are of degree 2. Similarly, we can choose either 2 or 3. Because if you will choose 2, then its adjacent vertices is of degree 2. If you will choose 4, then its adjacent vertices are of degree 2. So let it be 2. Means you can take anything, 2 or 4. So if you will take 2, now consider what is f of C. F of C is of degree 2. Okay, f of C is of degree 2. Then what will be here its corresponding vertex in G2? Let it be 1, because f of C is of degree 2 and it is adjacent to 2 vertices of degree 3. So it will adjacent to 2 vertices of degree 3 means C, it is adjacent to 2 vertices of degree 3. So is there any vertex which is adjacent to 2 vertices of degree 3? Yes, 6. F of C must be 6, because C has degree 2 and its adjacent vertices of degree 3, and 6 is of degree 2, its adjacent vertices are of degree 3. Now what is f of D? F of D, D is a vertices of degree 3. So we have already taken one vertices of degree 3. Now let's take it as 4, because 4 is another vertex of degree 3. Now what is f of E? F of E is a vertex of degree 2 and its adjacent vertices are of degree 3 and 2. So now we have to choose a vertex here whose adjacent vertices are degree 3 and 2. Okay, so we can choose 5. Okay, because 3, 2, 6, 4 is already over, its job is over. Now only 2 left, one is 1 and another is 5. So we can choose 5 because it is connected to a vertex of degree 3 and another vertex of degree 2. So this will be 5. Then f of f, this f stands for function and this is a small f. So f will goes to f is a degree 2 vertex and its adjacent vertices are degree 3 and 2. So if you will choose here 1, it is associated with a vertices of, or it is associated with vertices of degree 3 and degree 2. So this will be 1. Now this is my one-on correspondence map. So if you want to check it, then you will find, or you have to find the adjacent matrices of G1 and adjacent matrices of G2. So if you write the adjacent matrices of G1, then what will be it? Now we are getting this one-on correspondence map. Now we are just verifying whether the this one-on mapping, this one-on correspondence map is correct or not. That means you have to find adjacent matrix of G1 and adjacent matrix of G2. If both the matrices are equal, then you can say that this function what I have defined here is one-on correspondence and both the graphs are isomorphic. Okay. Now what is A of G1? Now the order of vertices is A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, so A is mapping to only B and D. Okay, A are adjacent matrix. So A is adjacent to only B and D. So B and D will be 1 and rest all are 0. Similarly, B is associated with A, C, F. B is associated with A, C, F, A, C, F, and rest all are 0. Similarly, C is associated with only B and D. This is your B, this is your D, and rest all are 0. Similarly, D is associated with A, C, E. Okay, this is A, this is C, this is E. A, C, E, and rest all are 0. Similarly, E is associated with only D and F. This is your D, this is your F, this is 0, 0, 0, 0. Similarly, F is associated with B and E. This is your B, this is your E. Okay, so this is your AG1 adjacent matrix of graph G1. Similarly, adjacent matrix of G2 corresponding to the order of vertices 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 1. Because this thing we have already calculated, or we have defined this mapping 3, 2, 6, 4, 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 1. 3, 2, 6, 4, 5, 1. Okay, 3 is associated with 2 and 4. 3 is associated with 2 and 4, and rest all are 0. Similarly, 2 is associated with 1 and 3. 1, 3, 6. 1, 3, 6. This is your 1. This is your 3. This is your 6, and rest all are 0. Zeros. Okay. Similarly, 6 is associated with only 2 and 4. 6 is associated with only 2 and 4, and rest all are 0. Similarly, 4 is associated with only 5, 6, and 3. 3, 5, 6. Okay. This is your 3. This is your 5. This is your 6. And rest all are 0. Similarly, 5 is associated with 1 and 4. This is your 1 and this is your 4, and rest all are zeros. Similarly, 1 is associated with 2 and 5 only. 2 and 5, and rest all are zeros. Now if we will compare the adjacent matrix of G1 with adjacent matrix of G2, whether both are same or not, you have to check corresponding element of these two matrices. Okay, the first row is 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0. Second one is 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 0 1. Then third row is 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0. Correct. Then fourth row is 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. Correct. 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0 0 1 0. That means your A of G1 is equal to A of G2. That means both the adjacent matrices of a matrix of G1 and G2 are equal. At G1 and G2 graphs are isomorphic. Okay, so by using these things you can solve many different problems. Okay, now today only this much. Thank you.